when I tell y'all, them spirit guides and angel guides, y'all be tripping. Like, I just had to record this now. Woo! So, I was so excited, and I still am. Oh, God, I'm so excited. So excited to talk to my publisher today. I had a few meetings today. And so, we're going over, the book and the launch. And so, real talk, y'all, I'm just asking, like, okay, the money. How much money I'm going to make, y'all? So I'm talking to her, and I'm being honest, very transparent, y'all. I'm being very transparent. So I said, so I heard that, I don't really want to put my book on Amazon because, you don't make no whole lot, like $1 or something like that. So, I said that a few times. And y'all, so we talk, and I still want to know, okay, how much I'm finna make, because I'm getting all these good reviews, and then, other marketing people are contacting me. So, I was like, no, I got my publishing company. So she was like, about $2 to $5 a copy. Bitch, $2. Hope you said $2? $2. Oh, okay. So y'all, that tickled me. And, bitch, $2? And I had to quit my motherfucking job? Universe, for real? This is what I'm thinking. I had to quit my job, and they said $2. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. I wake up and I ask God for adventure. I love adventure. Oh, God, I love adventure. I feel like I live in a movie as I'm telling myself the story. $2. $2 to $5 for my genius. So I sat here with my good friend, ChatGPT. Y'all know we all, So, just started, fact-checking, the industry rate, for the book, because I am still glad that I self-published and, and so as I started talking, about the book, because, that's what I was doing, journaling, like talking about the book, like it's not about money. This is really truly, it's my offering, y'all. This is really truly what I believe. As I said, I don't have any bills. And I live with my brother over there. Dre said hi, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Dre said hi, guys. So this lease is everything is in his name. The utility, everything is in his name. And Dre, am I a good roommate? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're roommates. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I barely have an appetite these days. And so yeah, I'm kicking it, and I don't need anything. So I'm talking to ChatGPT, like how disappointed I am, $2 to $5. So you talk to Chat long enough, and he started to reflect and double you. And I'm talking about the importance of the book and how transformative it's going to be. So I start channeling, just getting downloads, and just started writing classes and writing curriculums. So I'm going to offer classes and curriculum, y'all. I am going to invite you all to be a part of what I would call the first pour. I don't know what I'm going to charge. I don't know what I'm going to charge. But those of you that are interested, you sign up in the link. If you are interested, depending on how many people sign up, no, this is the way the God has gave it to me. Whoever signed up, I'm going to do what you can afford. What can you afford for 4 weeks to work with somebody like me? I would say, and I have to go and say, for 3 hours. And people may say, shit, 3 hours is too long. But y'all, when we get into this work, that should feel like 30 seconds. So, what can you afford to work with somebody like me once a week? For 4 weeks, because I don't just start shit like one class. You ain't gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. If you come to the second class and miss the first one, you're not. But we're gonna set all them rules, okay? Those are your part of the first pour. So I want to know what you can afford, or what you want to gift. What do you want to gift? Me. What you want to gift me? Cause I got what you want to gift me, y'all? Because I'm worth it. I'm worth it. What do you want to gift me? I want to go on trips and stuff. So now I want to work hard. And I done turned my resignation in. This bitch just said $2. So yes. So I want to know what you can afford. I'm going to average it, y'all, based on how many people sign up. And so whatever that average becomes, that's going to be the tuition, for the first pour. Now, I don't know if that's going to be, for one class or 4 classes. I don't know all of that yet. I promise you I'm going to work that out. But I wanted to get this out here, y'all. I'm so excited to connect with you all, because what I'm going to do is just teach the chapters of the book. So, even by the time you get the book, you'll have something, it's just going to enrich you, even more. And real talk, some of y'all might end up in the book, because I still got, another round of edits, to go. So, and I knew this was coming, y'all, especially with me being in Atlanta. Atlanta is always an activation for me. It really is. Like, last time I think I went to Atlanta, what is that? My good friend Tanya and Al and Tania, they ain't nothing but creatives. All of those creatives in one house, they're connecting with nothing but the divine for what they do. They're creating all the time, so the soil is rich. And there is no question about their love for me, okay? The activation and the flow. There is no question ever about their love for me. I've never had to question their love for me. And plus that creative atmosphere, and I don't have to do anything to earn that space. Just welcome me and pouring into me. And this is what I tell people. I told the young men, if you help somebody like me, when I ask for help, I ask from a place of worthiness. Meaning, if you help me, nigga, it's going to bless you. I'm work whatever time you take out to do for me, to make room for me in your life, nigga, it's going to bless you. I ask for help from a place of worthiness. So, and then, of course, my wonderful, wonderful good friend, Derek, that, I get all these downloads and I just get to process them with him, and he's able to keep up with me energetically. So, Atlanta is just balance for me. And then, other little thing happened. And so I'm going to save that and talk about it in the class, because y'all going to have to, I'm going to need y'all to pour into me, because I can't believe we out here like this, as black women, that we look good and we know all the right stuff to say, but damn well you really don't like your sister, because the spotlight ain't big enough for all of y'all. There ain't nothing well about that. And so that's one of the classes too. We are trying to be black white people. And I talk about this in my book. Like, they taught us that healing was a destination. They taught us that healing was a noun, when healing really is a long-ass verb. Now, what do I mean by destination? They taught us, if you get this car, get a mortgage, this house, this, you're going to be happy. That's what they said. If you get this, you're going to be happy. Now, a lot of people got this, but you're breaking your damn back to get this. What about in the meantime? So we got it. We got the appearance of it, but we're miserable. So that's a lot of it, we're gonna unlearn, because a lot of that has our water stopped up. That's why it won't flow. So I'm so excited, y'all, for teaching these classes. June 1st, oh my God, June 1st is when we're gonna start. So I'm gonna pay attention to the traction, from this video. And the other thing, y'all, I came home and made an email address, Storm BlackWell, the BlackWell Theory, at Gmail, and registered the name as Storm BlackWell, because y'all, I am gonna have to legally change my name to Storm BlackWell. I don't. That's gonna really be another book. It's time for Kelly to rest, because Kelly is very left-brained. She's smart as hell. Like, she get very left-brained and matter-of-fact in the thinking. The reason why is because if she got it wrong, somebody may kill themselves. If she got it wrong, it was a suicide. If she got it wrong, it was a homicide. If she got it wrong, so she didn't get it wrong. She didn't get it wrong. And so it's just time for her to rest. And I can let her rest, because Storm is really about flow for real. Shit, I mean, it's easy living over here, y'all. On the right side, it's easy. You know, it's easy and it's something. Oh my God. So the left brain is all of the logic, but it's also the feminine side of us. And the right brain is the flow. But it's the masculine side. That's a little bit confusing to me. It's a little bit confusing to me. My masculine side, okay. My masculine side has always been my power side. That's the driver. Most black women probably have a problem with your right knee because that's the part of us that really became, masculine. And what's coming up for me is that part should have been governed more by flow and ease. It shouldn't have been interrupted by what it is I had to do. I should have been able to just be who I am now. I had to do therapy. I had to go to work and do. I had to do what naturally flows. Whew. I had to do what naturally flows. And now I don't have to do anymore because it's just flowing right here. It's just flowing. And only water can water water. So as I water you, God says you're going to water me back. Because y'all, that is my dream. Y'all think I'm playing. I mean that. I got 2 lottery tickets over there now. I'm going to scratch them off tonight and let y'all know too. Because I was with a group of young black women with beautiful black babies, all post-COVID babies. And I can't wait to teach parenting class for post-COVID mothers. Beautiful black, just black, beautiful. But I did, have an issue, walking in, all these beautiful black people and all these white people holding and petting the babies, like at the NAACP building. Make that make sense. You're in the NAACP building, but the white folks is the one, that's got the babies, want to touch you and all this kind of stuff. Like, bitch, get up off me, for real. But all these beautiful black babies. But I'm also hearing, what about your Section 8 voucher? You got to call such and such. You got to call such and such. I'm hearing the do in the room. And the B, they should just be taken care of. They're mothers with their children. They should be just taken care of. And so I did one group, and, basically said, I won't, be back, no more. And I invited them to follow me on TikTok. I hope, someone follow me on TikTok. And I just know how to work with my people. I got to tell this story, y'all. It's a cute little girl in the group and was on her phone. First of all, let me tell this story. First of all, I'm starting a group because this is the last group I've ever done. The last group in the community. First of all, I'm starting a group, because I know how to, connect with my people. And first, they told me to introduce myself. So what I say is what they tell y'all about me, so that we hear you the trauma person, good in trauma, that kind of thing. So as I'm talking to the girls, the white lady sitting in the back of the room talking to another sister while I'm talking. So I said, I ain't gonna be able to do that now. Miss Millie, that wasn't her name. And I'm waiting for get ready to stand up here. You see I'm up here and you gonna talk? No. I'll let y'all finish. And I don't know if my name was Storm then or not, but it was coming. But can't do that. And so one of my life coaches was with me. So I ain't lying. One of my life coaches was with me because this was something I wanted to get it started, but then offer it to her. So then is another little girl, sweet little girl, melanated girl. I'm talking, I'm hearing this mom and baby, she on the phone talking to Ray Ray. And so I said, because I can't teach y'all, so I said, what Ray Ray talk? Put him on speakerphone so we can all talk to him. Put him on speakerphone. And she was like, huh? I said, put him on speakerphone. I said, but baby, seriously, and I was kind to her, Look, I really do want to teach this. I'm not gonna be up before you long. I'm not. Y'all, there's no sense in, shaming her. There's no sense in doing that. And then after, I'm not sure when I said it to her. After I said, "Dick must be good, sis. Must be good. You gonna be on the phone in the group." I said, and I saw her after. I said, "Y'all good?" Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, yes, ma'am." So we laughed at that. Y'all, all of that's group. All of that's therapy. All of that is counseling. All of that. So I left that. I said all that to say, I told those women, I'm gonna go buy me a lottery ticket, and I'm gonna win the lottery, and I'm gonna buy everybody in your house with their children, all in the same neighborhood. All your needs are met, and I wrote that intention. I'm asking, source, for that. I said all your needs will be met. Then I can come and work with you on your trauma. All needs are met. You ain't gotta worry about no Section 8. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You can get off the damn phone, just for a minute, because you and your dude in the damn house paid for a hoe. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You don't. You ain't got to worry about nothing. We got to be resourced, y'all, in order to be well. One reason why we can't be healed in America, because we can't afford it. Every system is designed against us. And, in health, entertainment, education, industry, it's designed against us. It's designed for us never to get ahead. You realize how, what you got to have to be healed? Healed as in no pain? Okay? So, we ain't trying to be healed no more. We just trying to be well. Today. And what I mean by well, y'all, we can laugh well, cry well, cook well, eat well, check well. We can be well, and we're going to make that count. And so I hope you'll sign up, for the classes for the first pour. I'm so excited about this, y'all. I'm so excited about this journey, about co-creating this. I just can't wait for my water to connect with your water, because y'all don't know just how many theories and interventions you have in you that's just not in scholarship. It's just not in research. It's not in research. And I say that we cannot be healed until we get full reparations. And I believe that's coming. I believe that I know that's coming. I know that that's coming. It's going to start, though, with us watering our communities that are just hydrated. And I got the water. I got the medicine. I was at elementary school graduation today. And all the little bitty chairs, my little, fourth grade cousin got a certificate, but all those little bitty chairs. And I'm sitting there thinking, wow. I probably saw maybe a room that full once a month, but all childhood trauma. So, to see that many kids, and I'm used to seeing that many kids because I got a caseload with 15 of them. That's abandonment, neglect, being bullied, just hurting kids. And it didn't take me long that they were with hurting adults who didn't know what to do with their feelings and emotions. Why didn't they know what to do? They're tired as hell. They got to provide. Got one child in and out the hospital. Got 4 other kids I got to take care of. Run down to the jail to take care of another one. Don't know if you can keep the lights on. About to get evicted. Shit, you know why your damn child want to kill themselves. You know. And so many of those families, my supervisor was talking. I was staffing the case, and she's like, "Oh, Kelly, so you don't counsel people to outcomes?" Hell no, I wasn't gonna make no false promises that if you go to this support group over here, all your problems gone. I just allow the water to flow. And I would say things like, "I see exactly why you wanted to harm yourself. Bitch, I see why you get high. Shit." I validated feelings. I didn't offer anything to change. What the fuck I'm gonna tell somebody to change for? Black women, we know what to do. We know exactly what to do. We know exactly what not to do. Either we ain't willing to do it, we don't know how, we ain't ready, but we know, goddamn, we know. We know who ain't good for us. We know who good for us. But we don't think we enough. We know. What it look like giving a black woman advice? Shit. All I did, I don't want to say all I did, but I was a pure vessel. And it came just from my love of black women. I talk about this in this book, in my book, because of how many black women shaped me. They loved me dearly. And black women, our love has been lost for so long. It had been met by the love of another. We love hard. And there are times the way we love each other hurts. You know, we love our son when we cuss him out and say he ain't shit. But that hurts him. There are times when we put him down, we think, well, if you don't want me to put you down, then your ass will act right. But y'all, that don't work because that's not nourishing. That water's not clean. It's not clean. So that's a lot of what we're going to talk about. It's a lot of what we're going to talk about. Whew, this feels good. This feels good. It feels right. Feels good. It feels right. So, yeah. I can't wait for the first pour. And I just think about how my spirit guides, you know, just work, y'all. Like, I'm like even this background, you know, right here, you know, if you're on the spiritual walk, this enlightened journey, you know, even when you start to build altar, you'll notice that furniture will just move itself. Like, you'll notice, like, I don't know why I'm putting this right here. I wonder why I put that right there. I wonder why I did that. But when you're in flow, you don't have to know, because now so much makes sense, even as to why I just called Tanya and Tania. I said, oh, I gotta come. Like, yeah, I just gotta come. Yeah. My heart beats real big for Atlanta. It's a lot of water in Atlanta. And the place that I was in, the road to Essence, all I'll say, for now, is that water wasn't clean. The water wasn't clean, it wasn't clear. The way David Banner was treated was unacceptable. And I'm on record saying this. And it is because I want him to write the foreword to my book. But it's not, even if he don't write the foreword. The man is busy. He came with good intention. And he was met with sour. I don't know what he was met with. So I raised my hand because sis act like she was going to, call on me. And I got the microphone, y'all, to talk about my book. And all of these people are in my face with cameras. Even the event cameras listening to me talk about my book. Now, as I'm talking, I feel my water flowing now. The room is flowing. Women are coming up to me asking about the book. So I'm talking about it. I'm telling the host that I am excited about it. So when the panel discussion finished, she asked if there were any questions. Of course, I raised my hand because I do have questions. And she said, we don't need nobody asking questions about a dissertation because, I said I'm working on my doctorate. And I laughed at that. I was like, well, let me sit down then, because I'm thinking the panel is going to come back. And so the questions that were asked sound like shit damn Chat GPT. And the question that I was going to offer, for one, Shamia was talking, and I couldn't get past that. And I said to the young lady beside me, Shamia from Housewives, she was talking about her, what happened with her baby. Y'all, I'm not familiar with the story because I don't watch the show. But something was happening with her baby, and I remember hearing she had to drive herself to the hospital because her husband was with her children by herself. And the only thing, my question was going to be, Shamia, where was your friends? Where was your friends? You weren't supposed to drive yourself to the hospital. Okay, husband stayed with the baby. And so the young lady beside me said, but she said her mama showed up. I hear that, but you're supposed to drive by yourself to the hospital. Now, why was I reacting so strongly? Something just came back to me today. One of my friends, I drove to the hospital as she was miscarrying. I did. And I left work. I didn't care about my job. She called me and I said, I'm coming. I walked off the job. And just how scary that was. And it's like she was going to try to go by herself. Like, you can't go by yourself. So I have this thing when people are hurting or in trouble, I don't want them to be by themselves. So that was going to be my question to Shamia. But anyway, the girl didn't take the picture. So this is what my resentment was. And this is me clearing my water. Y'all, this is me clearing my water. This is me clearing my water. So all these cameras in my face taking pictures, even the big camera. I look at the reel from Atlanta. I'm at home. Only thing I see was my motherfucking hands on the reel. You see everybody else. Now, I'm a published author. I ain't said I was the one most educated in the room, but bitch, you called me up with the mic. You called me up to talk about me. Like, now you tried to take this, and I ain't gonna hold a damn resentment against you. I gotta clear this shit. But when you sat in that chair and that damn chair almost fell, you know what Spirit said to me? That your spirit toward me wasn't right. And I'm for real, for real. That's what Spirit said to me. Not right toward you. And I'm thinking, because she came up to me and she was so charming. But all that shit was performance. So I ain't never got to be in that environment again. I really don't. I ain't got to be in that environment again. That ain't the kind of water that I want. That's the water that's fucked us up, really. That's the water that's taught us to behave, like them, And you know what Spirit gave me, one time? Y'all, I believe all black people want us to have family reunion every day. That's all we want. Just have family reunion every day. We just want to have a family reunion every day. We want to boots on the ground every day, get our hair done, dress, be fly, all that kind of. That's all we want to do. If we get reparations, that's all we want to do. All this competition and all this kind of stuff, that ain't what we want to do. See, when you get in competition, you put us back on plantation. Our plantation better than yours. I'm part of this, because Western psychology and ethnocentric thought, to shape me with this degree. So I'm in this class status. I'm in that, man, fuck all that. That ain't us. That's what's drained us. That's why we like doing boots on the ground, baby. It raise the vibration. Going to see sinners, raise the vibration. And I'm going to do something, y'all, to help y'all to detox from church. I'm going to do that class too. And I'm going to go consort with Jesus. Jesus is going to be the only one that's going to inform that class. I ain't got to consort with, my ancestors, in the form of the Orishas. Jesus will be able to tell me what the people that claim him really need. Christians, y'all been the biggest victims of the system, though. Y'all drunk the Kool-Aid. And I'm back on Facebook, and some of y'all still saying he gonna work it out. I know you're gonna do it. You still believe there's something outside of you because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. You don't. You don't. And ain't no way you can believe hell is real, because if you did believe that, ain't no way you'd be out here treating people the way you treating them. I do want to do a class on rethinking spirituality, rethinking. And I would do that for pastors and first ladies only. Because y'all still, you still got people coming to you for guidance. And I don't know if I will ever do that again. But you know what? There is one person I said I would seek spiritual guidance from. And that was my brother Al. And Al, you know this, but my brother Al, I had a real good conversation with Al. Just my new knowing, I don't want to say beliefs, and just how we parallel. So that's who I would seek spiritual counsel from. A man of integrity. Not perfect, but the energy does not lie. It doesn't lie. It does not lie. But as far as walking in a building and you standing up over people, reading the same thing you've been reading for 40 years, and your community still look like it look, nigga, what can you tell me? Every sermon starts and ends the same. Every sermon starts and ends the same. And so you're in the same place, getting the same thing. But you're too blind to understand that that's how amazing you are. You've been going to something that ain't even been feeding you. And you still been making it. Man, that's just efficacy. That's your self-efficacy right there. You still showing up to something that's been dried up, and you still making it. If you believed in the God inside of you, man, the world would be a better place. But the only reason why you cannot access the God inside of you because your heart ain't flowing. You're not in touch with your feelings. You don't know anything about your emotions. All you know is blessed and highly favored, or mad as hell, or ain't no wrong. I'm fine. I'm tired. That's all you know. You just shut down. So the emotional literacy is going to help you flow. It's going to help you flow. And y'all, even as a therapist, shit, I was a bomb-ass therapist, but I couldn't access my feelings unless I was doing trauma work. Ain't there something? I couldn't feel deeply until I was actively doing the work with a patient or a client. Now that I haven't been doing the work, but I had Kelly in my head, and I'm gonna keep it real. Kelly Davis, when she was Kelly Davis, bitch, like, baby, the way she transformed the game. But Kelly Davis in my head. And I never forget, shit, go walk in nature. You tell all them damn crazy ass white folks go walk in nature. And that's how I started. I started listening to myself. I started journaling. You know, when I didn't understand meditation, I bought books. I read them. And that's been the story of my life. When I got to University of Memphis, you know, I came from a high school that I thought didn't prepare me well. But when I got to University of Memphis, I didn't do well the first semester because a lot I didn't understand. But then I started watching white folks. I watched how long they stayed in the library. I watched how they studied. I watched how they organized. I did what the fuck they did. And shit, became successful in their system. Became successful in their system. And because I was successful in their system, it pulled me away further and further away from my children. That's one degree, and now I got to get another one. And another one, and another one. I became successful in their system. And I didn't understand our energetic system until I started to treat our pain. And I understood that, no, you can't hold your mama to the same standard that Jenny Lee hold her mama to. Think about it, y'all. Think about the inner slavery. What y'all think about? Inner slavery. Slavery over. White man, black man. Both of y'all free. Go and be well and do well and produce. That white skin ain't gonna get him further than my black ass granddaddy, period. It's always been that way. And so they built a system to make sure it stayed that way. And we gotta figure out, that's another part of my theory, and I know I'm gonna write a model with this, y'all, because it's also gonna be part of my research some kind of way. Another theory about a part of my theory, the BlackWell Theory. Are you living from the system when you view yourself, or are you living from your soul? My soul gonna tell me, I'm better than this. I ain't gotta be putting up with this. But the system gonna tell me, you know, you gotta pay your light bill. The soul lets you know, shit, I always land on my feet. I'm talking to you now from my soul. Because that damn publisher said $2 to $5 a book. Bitch, what? And then I don't get the damn royalty, but like every 6 months, ho. What? What? But that's pushed me to my soul. Because I was given clear instruction to resign from the system. Like, you can't publish that book, put that book out, and you're still working in the system, and you telling black women to trust their souls. You can't do that. So, this is my soul. This is my soul. And it's well with my soul. It is well with my soul. And I'm going to end right there. I love y'all. I'm going to have the information in the link. You know how them folks do? I'm one of them folks now, y'all. So, and like and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like Calibank. Like, share, and subscribe, please. But I'm going to have everything in the link. Let me know if you're interested in being a part of the first pour. It's well with my soul. It is. One more thing. It's important that I say this. The BlackWell Theory is written primarily to black women. I have a chapter in my book that talks about the willing whites, especially the white people in my life that were willing to pour into me. If white women want to be a part of this training, you are welcome to come, but you got to pay for another black woman, and she has to show up. I don't want to turn anybody away. As long as you know I'm talking to black women. I'm prioritizing black women. But the willing whites that are willing to step into this space, and I hope some of you will, because what we created back during George Floyd was phenomenal. And I'm working on that training. It's time, y'all. Y'all were asking me when we're going to do it again. It's time. But white women, you are welcome to be a part of this. You just have to sponsor a black woman. And that's just black economics, y'all. And they have to show up. Again, black people are not healed in America because we can't afford it. The systems are stacked, against us. But willing whites can help us with our wellness. And it's the same, right? Black men, I wouldn't tell you, you are not turned away. I wouldn't dare turn you away. No. As long as you're willing to pay for another black woman. And as long as you understand, I'm prioritizing black women. It's about our wellness. So, if you're not a black woman, if you decide to be a part of this group, first of all, you're getting no money back home. None. You're not getting any money back. And I want to say again, y'all, HO stands for her over everything. And I'm going to teach in that. My little cousin made me that. So we're going to have some BlackWell Theory, some Dr. Storm Black with some gear ready too. Yeah, this is where my goddess is pushing me, y'all. Not pushing me. No. I call that back. I'm going to correct that right now. No. See, pain pushes you. Purpose draws you. So my guidance is drawing me into this branding. Because I don't know who to tell people I am. Shit, that's why they said, who your book for? Everybody. Big Mama, Nene, Ray, the professor, the philosopher, the pastor. Everybody can read it. You know why? Because when I did trauma group at Lakeside, bitch, everybody was in the damn group. Everybody was in the group. Whether you a millionaire from Collierville or goddamn it on Section 8 and food stamp fraud from South Memphis. You were in my motherfucking group. We spent 5 days together and we got there together. I know how to talk to everybody. That's who the book is for. So, anybody who is not a black woman is invited to join, this group, these classes. You're invited to be a part of the first pour. You just have to pay for another black woman. And she has to show up. So, this is what we're doing to recap, to summarize for me. That if you're interested in being a part, especially of this first pour, you're going to let me know how much you can afford per week to pay somebody like me to be a part of my classes, or maybe my whole seminar, because it's got to be 4 weeks. I need a 4-week commitment, y'all, because I want to see the work take place. Now, we may end up extending it. Now, real talk, I ain't ever did nothing 4 weeks. At the end of 4 weeks, they were saying, we want more, we want more, we want more. So, I'm just telling you. So, and I want to go ahead and do this now in June, because I have a study that I'm working on in July that I'm so proud of, y'all, called Justice in the Verse, that we're looking at the impact of rap music on justice-involved men. my hypothesis is that rap music can be really a coping skill, can be a harm reduction. But I'm excited to work with these brothers, to be able to do this, as well. So that's why June is going to be, when this is coming out. So anybody that's not black, a black woman, yes, you can join. You just got to pay for another black woman. So it's well with my soul, y'all. It is well. It is well. Oh, God, it's well. Yeah, I need somebody to say, oh, God is well with my soul. Yes, it is. Ah, it is well, it is well, it is well, it is well with my soul.